Labria, lock in. Lock the freak in. Oh my goodness. Oh, I get 2 reds. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. We are in a different block this next 4 weeks. We are in like a heavy volume block, I feel like, because we are doing less weight, but it's less heavier weight. So my last block I started, for example, at 175 pounds. This block, at the beginning of the block, I'm starting at 200 pounds, 2 sets of 5 reps today. And you know what? I didn't feel like coming to I am not in the mood to be at the gym today. But these are the parts that are so important to show. One, that you just have to show that I speak for myself. I just want to show the work that goes into getting to these heavy lifts, and also show when I don't feel like going to the gym, because there are going to be moments where you just don't feel like training. You don't feel like going to the gym, but you show up anyway. I'm grateful, for what my body can do, and I'm grateful that I'm here and that I'm safe. But truth be told, I am not in the mood. Not that I'm not in the mood, but I don't feel like training today. We're gonna get this work in. We got a lot of work to do. And while I train, I want to talk about how important deload is, because before I even started powerlifting, I didn't even know anything about deload. I didn't know anything about a deload. I didn't know the importance of deload. I didn't know what it is. And I think it's so important to know why deload matters. Deload is when you went from heavy weight and now you're unloading to lesser weight. But let's get into these warm-ups and then we'll talk. Hallelujah. I'm cute. Okay. All right. That weight is heavy. Now, the importance of deload. So when I first started my fitness journey, this was before powerlifting, and I was just doing my regular schmegular thing. I always thought, like, am I just supposed to keep going higher and higher and higher? It's like, when does it stop, right? Then I got into powerlifting, and sometimes you have a deload block. Sometimes you just have a deload week. And what I've come to learn is that it is important for your muscles to take a rest. So basically, you are taking a break from the heavy loads, and you're probably working at around anywhere between 50 to 70% of your max when you're deloading. And what I've read, and I will put some articles in the description below, but what I've read is that when it comes to when you continuously add on the weight and you're not stepping back to deload and taking that weight back, like you're always going for your max or you're always hitting heavy weight, that can strain your muscles, that can strain your tendons, and that can cause some injuries. And one thing I don't want any injuries. So my coach does a phenomenal job. He does a phenomenal job with deloading, making sure that he's taking into account like how I'm feeling, etc. And yeah, so deload is so important, and that is just something I will start incorporating in the programs that I create, because I think deloading is essential, I believe, to getting stronger. You have to take a back step, just like you have to rest your body. You have to get your sleep. You have to take rest days off. it's the same concept. You have to come down in weight so that you can get stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? So that's the importance of deload. That is why I've come to learn about deload, and I appreciate those. I appreciate deload weeks, and I appreciate deload blocks, because you get tired of lifting super heavy. It takes so much energy out of you to lift heavy. And I just got off of a strength block, and it's like, yay, I did deadlift 315 pounds, but it's also like, okay, now I need to take a step back and build back into that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the importance of deload. That last rep was a rep that I wasn't even supposed to do. I had lost count, and I could tell that was the 6th rep because it was very difficult to get up. But we dominated squats today. I feel my energy coming up a little bit. Like, that's why you should just, even when you don't feel like it, you should still go to the gym, because it helps to increase your mood. We're about to get into some back down sets and front squats. I haven't done those in a very long time, so about to get into some front squats. One thing I gotta start doing is leaving the camera on. One thing I don't do is, once I'm done with my lift, I just turn the camera off. Remember to turn the camera on, because sometimes thoughts come up, or I'm just doing something, I'm like, dang, I wish I would have caught it, and I'm not about to recreate the moment, because then it's not genuine. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give y'all anything that is just not real. You know what I mean? Oh! I underestimated how heavy 115 pounds is. Okay, Labria, lock in. Lock the freak in. One more. I have to get suited back up because I underestimated how the weight just feels different from a back squat and a front squat. So I'm suiting back up, okay, putting on the armor, because what was that? What was that? You know, sometimes you just gotta laugh at yourself, because it's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? I lost count. I think I'm just gonna end it here for today. Then I'll see you tomorrow for bench. We're benching 115 pounds. This whole block is gonna be of PRs, but these are like rep PRs, not like my 1 rep maxes. So sometimes I don't post these because I'm like, yes, they're PRs, but they're like rep PRs. They're not like my biggest lifts. But you know what? We have to celebrate. That's what I'm looking for. We have to celebrate every lift. So you know what? I'm still gonna post about it because it's a PR, and I'm gonna post about this because this was a PR too. 200 for 5 for 2 sets. Like, I've never done that before. So we celebrate. We are going to make it a normal over here to celebrate the small wins. So we're gonna celebrate this 200 for 5, or we're gonna celebrate tomorrow 115 for 5. And I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are, coming at you with a new hairdo. Okay, we got the natural curls flowing today. So today is, hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. Today is bench day, and we are doing 115 pounds for 5 reps. This is an all-time PR, all-time rep PR. I've never hit 115 pounds for 5 reps. I don't think I am pumped. I am stoked for today. The goal for this session is for my hips to stay on the bench. I do not want to lift my hips. So it's all about technique and perfecting technique. And because when I was looking at my 135 pound, like my all-time PR, my lifetime PR of bench right now, 135 pounds, my hips came up, and that's a no-no, especially in comp. So I want to make sure that I am perfecting technique, making sure that I'm keeping my hips down, using leg drive, and using my lats, all the things, all the good things, okay? And then we're gonna get into it, but I'm digging the fro. I'm growing my hair out. I used to be a pixie girly. I used to be like, my hair was cut down. If I have time, I'll show pictures, but my hair was cut very, very short, but I miss my hair. My hair was past my shoulders at one point in life. I'm not upset that I cut my hair. I loved the convenience of short hair, the flexibility of short hair, all the things, but I miss my long hair more. But this time I don't want to always straighten it. I want to wear it like a fro. So I want it to get like super big, as big as I can get it. So we are on a journey of, you know, growing out my hair. So all my girlies that watch this, if you have any hair products that will help with hair growth, please drop them below in the chats. Please, I need you. And my hair needs it, okay? Right now, I can't even remember the products that I'm using right now, but maybe in my next video, I'll tell you, but we're gonna get into this workout. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better than Monday. Monday, I was a little low, but now I'm feeling a little better. I got my music flowing. I got my, I didn't mean to kick y'all. I'm sorry, Lord help. I got my Alani flowing. Y'all just shaking. I got everything flowing today. Let's get into this 115 pounds. Also, wearing my headphones is so weird now because I don't want to, like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to. I'm getting paid. I'm done hiding now. I'm shining like I'm born to be. One more. Up. That was heavy. But what I will say is that my hips were down after I reviewed the footage. My hips were down. That last rep is, I feel like my hips were still down. It was a little lift, but my butt was still on the, my butt was still touching the seat, which is good, but I want it to be undeniable. I want to look at that like, oh, comp standard, oh, 3 white lights. Let's go 3 white lights every single lift, no matter how much weight is on the bar. I shouldn't assume that everybody knows what I mean when I say 3 white lights. When we are competing at a powerlifting competition, we have 3 lights. They're white or red. 3 white lights mean your lift was impeccable. If you get 1 red, 2 whites, it's still a good lift. It counts. If you get 2 reds, 1 white, that's a no lift. If you get 3 reds, it was horrible. Not horrible, I'm being dramatic, but it is considered a no lift because you didn't meet the standard, the rules of the lift that you're executing on. Every time I lift, I want to make sure that it's 3 whites standard. What's so funny is every time I get up, I should do a video about this, I think I am, but every time I lay down, my hair is smushed. Oh man, the struggles of a Black woman with thick curly hair is that every time we're sitting on the back of something, every time we lay down, and if we're wearing our natural hair, it just takes form. It not takes form, but it gets smushed. Let me just go on this mini tangent. I saw a post on Threads, I believe, where someone was like, there is no reason you should be taking a rest for longer, basically for longer than 5 minutes. And the old me would have been like, yeah, like it doesn't make sense, to rest for more than 2 minutes. Now it's like, it just depends on your goals. If you're lifting heavy and you're lifting heavy weight, it's going to take more time to get that energy back, to go back into those heavy lifts. There's no way that, for me, there's no way that I'm gonna be able to go back in there in 60 seconds. Because her argument in the comments were it should be 60 seconds or 90 seconds. There's no way that, like, my arms are tired right now. And I just got to thinking, looking at that, like the old me would have been like, yeah, like what are we resting for 5-7 minutes for? Well, we need more energy to go back in to lift that set heavy. To lift that heavy set with not with execution, with competition standard, period. So, tangent over. Let's get into the second set. We want to be tight. Two more. Oh my goodness. One more. Up. I was too freaking close to these. That's how you do it. That's how you push through when the circumstances is not in your favor in the moment. You got to push through. You got to figure it out. And I was not letting that follow me. Whew. We're about to get into some back downs. My hips lifted a little, but my entire bottom did not leave the seat, which is what I wanted. I wanted my hips to stay down as much as possible, still executing with leg drive, with lats, all the things. And that is what I did. Now, definitely, when it comes to back downs, I'm also making sure, with anything, I'm making sure that I'm executing with technique. But like the back downs is where I'm like, okay, technique gotta be 110%. So we're getting into the back downs. That felt really heavy. And I don't know if it's supposed to feel heavy. I don't know if I'm supposed to be feeling like that. I'm still learning this powerlifting, like how you feel through powerlifting. I'm on block 3. This is not a true deload block. This is a volume block, but it's a heavy volume. So we're not doing like your 8s. We're doing 5s, which is going to be a little heavier. So I guess it is supposed to be a little bit more difficult now that I'm talking out loud. So let's hit this 3x7 and then I'll be back. Gym today. Today is deadlift day. We are supposed to be deadlifting 275 pounds today. The gag is that my shoulders hurt. I almost took my shoulders out doing dumbbell shoulder press the other day because the weight, it was too freaking heavy. So we're gonna see if I can go all the way up to 275 today on deadlift. Let's go and see what this gym really looks like. And this is a powerlifting gym, by the way. So I was looking for a powerlifting gym because because my membership at my old gym is coming up, and I think I want to go to a powerlifting gym. So I want to see just, you know, how it is in there. Do y'all hear the weights and the steel? It sounds so good. So we're about to go to a different spot in 1, 2. Over here is so much better. Okay. Okay. What is so crazy is that even though there's nobody in here, I don't know, the energy is different. And I think it's because like it's all these like weights and it's like powerlifting, and that's what I do. So it's very different than going to your commercial gym. There's nobody here at this time, and I like that. I mean, there's one other person. Don't want to discount him, but it's like really cool. You see the people on this wall. They have like people's PR, men and women. I think that is so dope. And I fit. Oh, that gnarly is hard. Okay, so like I said, I didn't know if I was gonna go 275. My shoulders, it's not impacting my shoulders as much as I thought, so I am gonna go all the way up to 275 pounds. Oh, I get 2 reds. It's actually 275.58. Okay. Found this app, and I'm probably the last one to find this app, but it's called The Bar Is Loaded, which I think is really cool that I did not follow. But I think it's really cool is that if you give them your top set, it will give you warm-up sets to get to your top set. So like it says start with the bar, then go from 20 to 70 kg, and then go from 70 kg to 100 kg, and then go from 100 kg to 115, and then 115 to 125 kg, which is 275.58 pounds, which I think is really cool. And you can calculate your points on here and your RPE. Oh, this is a cool app. You only got 5 reps. That's nothing. That's air. One more. Okay, so 275 felt really good, and I look so much stronger. One of the tips that my coach gave me when I was with him last time, he said that I was yanking the bar to get it off of it. So I tried to pull the bar up instead of like yanking it, and I can tell the difference in this deadlift from my last deadlift, even my last week's deadlift, which these were very strong, and it looked very good. I freaking love deadlifting. Like, it's my favorite thing to do when working out. So that felt really good. I have another set of 275 pounds. It does feel heavy, but not that heavy. And no, I did not mean to say not that heavy. It does feel heavy, but I feel like I can do more. Now, it did not impact my shoulder. Holding this camera, my shoulder feels worse than deadlifting 275 pounds. And I think it's just because I'm actually holding it up. I gotta switch hands, okay. Whew. So that went really good. And did I say it didn't impact my shoulder? I think I did. Yeah, my shoulders didn't hinder the lift. It felt very strong. Definitely competition standard. Like the knees were locked out. I held it at the end. 3 white lights. That's what we're going for. 3 white lights. So that felt good. I'm gonna stop talking and we're gonna get into this last lift and then I'll see you in a minute. 5. One more. Come on. Strong. Up. Today was such a great session. I love this gym. There's nobody in here. It has all the powerlifting equipment. It has the bars that I need. It has the calibrated plates that I need. So I'm super excited about that. So I think this is a gym that I'm gonna start coming to more often than my commercial gym that I go to right now. The 275, I felt strong with the 275. Tomorrow is SBD day. I'm debating if I'm going to record that. I might. So tomorrow is SBD day and I'm working at an RPE 7, so it's much lighter weight. Well, not much lighter, but lighter weight than today. So we're gonna do that, and it's just literally squat, bench, and deadlift. That's really it for tomorrow, and I think I'm gonna come back here tomorrow. So yeah, and then next week I will be taking my son to the gym. So I have to create like a plan for us to come in and do some workouts. He's super excited to come and lift heavy with me, and I'm super excited that he's even wanting to. He actually asked me like, "Ma, when are we going to the gym?" And he has asked me for weeks. So I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna start bringing him to the gym at least once to twice a week with me. 1, to see my lifts that I do, and then 2, for us to work out. So I'm really excited to do that with him. And he's excited because he's been asking about lifting. So that's all for today. This week was a really great week. Even though I tried to take my shoulders out, it did not impact my lift, which was super important. And you really just have to listen to your body when it comes to, this is not an injury, it's not even a strain, but there's some soreness there. And I don't allow soreness to stop me with my heavier lifts. I just, as I'm doing my main lifts, when I'm warming up, I try to make sure that, but I am checking to see if the soreness that's on any part of my body is going to impact my lift, and then I go from there. So I try not to discount my main lift or quit before even getting into my main lift. So yeah, so that is all. That is it. And I will see you next week.